Hello, I'm Valerie.
This is Cord.
You are listening to the General Conversation Podcast, episode 15. Cordero, can you believe it's 15 episodes have passed?
It's like 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks over episodes.
Okay. Because we started this in when?
I don't know. When did we start?
March? The end of March?
I don't know. I forgot when we started.
And we've been consistent pretty much every week.
Oh, yeah, we haven't missed a week.
Then one time we even did like two of them, right?
Because, we was doubling up. We've been procrastinating. We was like, we're going to do 2 for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't mix it. That's how we feel about that. We're going to make sure the content stays flowing. Val just farted.
I did not. That was my door stopper. I hit my foot near it by mistake. Anyway.
Tell the people whatever they want, whatever.
Why would you say that live? Anyway, so this is episode 15 for us. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, share our podcast. I see a lot of you guys been listening to the snippets, and we appreciate that too. We know that our podcast sometimes is pretty much over an hour a lot of times, or somewhere near that range. So it's fun to give you guys snippets just so y'all can kind of take a peek of what we're talking about. And hopefully you enjoy it as we enjoy making it. We have merchandise on Teespring. You can also find us on any streaming platform such as Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts. And the word of the day is stultify. 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 Which means to impair, invade, or make ineffective. To negate.
Mm-hmm.
To cause to appear to or be stupid, foolish, or absurdly illogical. So I chose that word mainly because Cordero called me and was like, I got the topics, man. We try to trade off. Like, we don't always have what we're going to talk about. Sometimes it takes us by the end of the week. So what we normally do is, like, record on a Saturday. But we'll have, like, things go on through the week. So we'll have an idea of maybe what we're going to talk about. And we go back and forth. Sometimes I have topics. Sometimes he has topics. Sometimes we both have topics and we'll merge them together and try to make it kind of cohesive. But this time he's like, I got some topics. He was being so, like, incognito about what the topic was. I was like, what?
I wanted to make sure I catch you. You get that honest truth.
You always gonna get the honest truth.
Honest truth.
And so I was like, well, what word? What kind of? Tell me what range I need to be in for the word. He was like, you just need to know. It's the hinder. It's to constrict. So I was like,
that's
okay.
That's how I sound.
Yeah, you sound like an old school Baptist preacher when you into it. So I just was like, okay. So I was like, I'll find some words. So I just started putting in things into the dictionary, and it came up, dictionary.com. This word came up, and I said, we'll work it out. So today's word is stultify. Cordero, would you like to start off your questions? Because you have a lot of them.
I don't have a lot. It's gonna be.
I asked him when he finally he didn't give me the paper to see the questions or the topics until today. So I was reading them out loud. We were going over, and I was like, "So who hurt you?" He's like, "No, that ain't was like that. Ain't was like that." So.
All right. The heading, right? No, we're gonna cut this first section. And I got them broken down in sections. I was organized today, y'all. I want you to know that.
I'm so proud of him.
Right.
Because let me tell you, most times I'll print something. I'm going to go away and be transparent with these guys. I print out the stuff. He's like, you got an extra copy? So I got to print out 2 copies. And then sometimes he's like, you got a pen? Like, he'll take my pen. I'm like, so you didn't bring notes?
Man,
no nothing?
caring is sharing. Sharing.
So you got it.
What you put in my wine?
They were like, every time y'all have a podcast, y'all drink it.
No, what was going on over here?
Oh, you already killed it. No, oops, sorry. I don't put anything in nothing. You are a responsible grown man. You are responsible for anything that you consume over here. But I did make an omelet. And tell them how the omelet was.
The omelet was good.
Did it have any meat in it?
No.
Tell them what it had in it. I just said. Brag on me a little bit. What it had in it.
All right. So it had carrots, tomatoes, peppers, onions. Did you put peppers in there? You put jalapeno peppers in there, didn't you?
I put jalapeno peppers.
Right.
Green onion. That's how
onion.
Cordero said. Green
she
onion.
Put the green onion in there.
Red onion.
Red onion.
So our breath probably was like fire.
Yeah.
Rough like some thunder. Okay, red pepper. I had orange pepper and a little yellow pepper, and then I added mushrooms and Gouda cheese. Oh, and I'm telling you, I'm super full. And it was so thick. Like, I feel like I'm missing a vegetable, but it's okay. And like, I was trying to flip it over, and it was just like. But
it was good though. It was like that sloppy good that you like. Okay, this is what it's supposed to be made.
That's gonna come out so wrong when you play.
Man, okay, y'all had a sandwich, right? You know what I'm saying? The sandwich, you got like you get the juice. Anyway, the juice be going on the side of your hand. You be like trying to get the juice. But anyway, it was good.
It was a good omelet, yeah.
It was good omelet.
I was proud of myself. I should have took a picture.
There was no meat in there, and
it was good. What?
I got the shakes right now. Just
no, he got nourishment in his body.
But I did have what I brought up
some tacos that I couldn't eat. He got me the kid's side. He said, "Oh, I went and got you some vegetable tacos," which I appreciate the effort. And so it's this taco place over here near where I live, and it's so good. But I haven't been in a while because I prefer their chicken tacos. So he was like, "Well, I got you some vegetarian tacos."
That's what they had in the menu. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Okay, so this is their version of vegetarian. It's basically just some cheese and rice. And I was like, and a side of lettuce. I said,
honestly,
"Wait a minute,
we
don't get beans. We don't get like y'all ain't got no vegetables I can put in this mug."
I ain't gonna lie. When she opened that box, I was like, "Oh."
So he over here eating the 2 chicken tacos. So this is how they do the chicken tacos. They have like chicken tacos with like little chopped up chicken, probably chicken breast, and then they're seasoned, and then it's like onion
and
cilantro. And it seems like so minute, like so just like that's all it has in it. But it's so good. This is like this little roll, like flour tortilla. When they got mine, I had a hard shell. I ain't had a hard shell taco I don't know how long. So I was just feeling some kind of way. I was like, so you mean to tell me y'all like vegetarians? That's what I'm here. That's what I took from it.
I was trying to be like, surprised. Like, ooh.
I appreciate it though. No, real talk. Like, I ate it. I was just like, but where's the rest?
You should see her face though. I was like, shit. I know
because it was rice and cheese.
she was like,
no vegetable. I was like, y'all can't throw a bean in there.
Shit in there, but I was like,
throw a pepper in there.
I said, this is vegetarian. This is what vegetarians go through.
Onions, and I actually like onions.
Like this is what vegetarians go through right here.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit.
Because I think people don't really know that, like, just because you say you're trying to eat like no meat, just because you don't want no meat, I mean you can't eat other stuff.
I'm gonna get her shrimp tacos next time.
That's still meat, but we'll work it out.
We're
gonna bypass. I plead the field. Anyway. Because they have really good tacos. But, yeah, man.
Oh, back to the topic at hand. All right. Dangerous traditional standards, right? That's what we're going to start off with.
Okay.
Question number 1, Valerie.
That's who I am.
How are old standards affecting new relationships?
How are old standards affecting new relationships?
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate on that?
In this day and age.
Oh, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? The relationship dynamic has changed.
Okay.
Women are apparently doing their own thing now, which I applaud.
What you mean by like doing their own thing?
They don't have to depend on dudes anymore.
Okay.
Like they really don't have to depend on dudes for just about anything anymore.
Right. So we independent. Okay, I see you.
Yeah. So and so now the whole aspect of getting married or getting in to I guess help support yourself or to make your life secure really is no longer needed. Okay. So, but there are a lot of old standards that we've kind of carried on into this new one, to this new age of independence, we'll call it that, new age of independence for women. How are they affecting relationships now? Even I'll go as far as to say this: there are a lot of new type of relationships where it's just the dynamic is different.
Yeah.
From let's say 40 years ago.
Absolutely. Well, what I think is that people are not being brainwashed by what society is saying you need to do. For example, you do have traditional, American traditional, or however you want to put it, relationships where you may have a father that stays home and the mother goes out and is the primary breadwinner, and the father decides to stay home, and that doesn't make him less of a man or nothing like that. So it's just like, you do what works for your family, and I think as long as you do that, you'll be fine. for me, if I can't really say like how our old standard, like for me, I can only speak on me. So I feel good knowing that like I said, I'm single. So I feel good knowing that I can take care of myself. So if anything go down, I got me. But as I date and think about marriage, I am one of those people that want to get married one day, and maybe don't do that face. Like, I mean, I'm a tough shell to crack, but I mean, I do when I find the right when I find the right person, I do want to get married, have kids and that whole good stuff. But I mean, it has a fit for what I'm not looking for traditional standards. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for me, and to be honest, my parents were very traditional, and
that brings up a good point. Okay, we'll use that as an example. Okay, so let's take your parents. They had a pretty nice traditional marriage, right? Mm-hmm. How long they married? For like
42 years. I think he known for like 44 or something.
Okay, so they made it. Okay. We're going to say that. So, do you think those standards, whatever standards they got married, the criteria they got married in back then, how they stand up again if they were to like just meet each other today? How they translate?
That is a good question.
Damn, we should have your dad on for that.
My dad real old school. He probably like, it wouldn't change nothing.
I'm the man.
But even though my dad is very traditional, when I tell you he's one of the most loving men I know in my life, and I'm not just saying that. Oh God, I'm not just saying it because he's my father. Like I see how he interact with people. He really knows how to make people feel like they are the only thing. Even if, he don't know, my dad don't know a stranger. And I just think he brought that into his relationships and how he raised his kids. Is like, he's just very giving. And sometimes maybe like a little too giving. I'm like, okay, Daddy, do you know this? This your friend? This your wife? When you have a business, you have to make sure that you do the business how you need to do it. But speaking on relationships, just in that particular aspect, I mean, I don't think my parents, do I think they could have survived or transitioned into this society? Yeah, because I think when you love somebody, it's not, that's what I'm saying, you're not worrying about the tradition of what's supposed to be or how it is. Mm-hmm. You're worrying about how that person makes you feel and what you're willing to do for that person. So with that being said, even if I think they can't, like, I mean, even though my mother, here's the thing, my mother and my father relationship is traditional, like, they didn't put that on, like, the kids to be, like, a certain kind of way. Like, I'm used to my mother cooking and this, but not never once did my mom be like, okay, this how you gonna get a man. Okay. My mom always was like, look, you do what you need to do, you get your work, you do this, you stack your money, la la la. So, I mean, my mom, before she met my dad, she was still self-sufficient with, as being married, but she had several careers, and I just look back on it, I'm like, she did a lot of jobs, and like, I kind of see why I done, with her job. Yeah, I mean, cause I can find, it ain't nothing I can't learn.
Let me tell you something.
You think I get in that? We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that. But I think that says a good thing that, okay, I don't have to be don't put me in a box. You cannot put me in a box. My resume looks like who done it, where, what we doing next. I'm ready for it. I'm very teachable, and I realize I'm not gonna come tomorrow and be a doctor, but there's certain things that if you show it to me, I can learn it and I'm cool with it. So I think my mother and my father relationship would have lasted in this realm or how things are. And that's mainly because of love. Because out of everything that I saw love more than I saw tradition. And I think my mother did things.
Good. I like the way you said that.
Right. My mother did things for my father and for her children, not because this is tradition, because this was kind of woman she is. So it's like, you just kind of gotta, I think it depends on the person, because, I'm sure it's people that still have that kind of tradition.
Right, because I've heard a lot of females kind of go off this, and then they'll say something like, well, the way my mama and daddy marriage work, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do that, and they kind of have this list of just traditional standards that they are, that they're taught. And
I'm not gonna lie, your parents or whoever you look up to,
right.
That does kind of mold the idea that you have of relationships or marriage, right? However, I say that you can choose whatever it works for you is what works for you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So like, if your dad stayed at home and your mom worked, or if your dad did majority of the cooking, even though he worked, maybe he did go work, but when he came home, he was a cook because maybe the mom cooked. I don't know anything. It's whatever works for that's your situation, and that's how you get longevity. When you try to follow, it's kind of like the meeting the Joneses or whatever. When you trying to follow a certain criteria, that might not fit your lifestyle.
Yeah, I do understand, and I do feel you on that. Because one thing when people kind of go with me on that, like I got this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, how's that working out for you? Like, is that working when you go home? Is that what you have listed? Is that working for you now?
Right.
Are you doing this because this is what makes you happy? Or are you doing this because this is what you were
supposed to do,
or this is what you were taught to do?
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of times we kind of go what we're taught to do, and it's not making us happy regardless. It's kind of like, well, it's supposed to be like this. No, it's supposed to be what will make you two happy.
Because that's who in a relationship. It's not, my parents are not going to be in a relationship with me. My sister,
Exactly.
my
You ain't
siblings,
sleeping with
my
your parents.
friends. None of those people are going to influence really the relationship that I have. That's why I said when I, find that partner, I want that partner to be for me. We going to have that conversation. We going to talk about what we need, what works for our family, because maybe it is best that I do this at this point in time, and then maybe when we reevaluate it 6 months later, look, we done stepped up from what we done elevated, so maybe we need to do something here. I feel like you have to have that communication with your partner, and I do realize that some people want traditional things. It's certain things that I traditionally like, but that doesn't mean that like that's how I look at it. Cause I'm like, listen, tradition is, first of all, the traditions that they give us. Who traditions are these?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, let's be honest. Who tradition are these? Like,
but that was the norm. Yeah, and it's not the norm now. All right. Since we hit on that, what do you think? Or what are some outdated standards or concepts that needs to be thrown out? Like just thrown to the wind.
I might get some flack for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. Outdated traditions that, like, women can't be in tune with their sexuality. Like, if you sleeping around, I'm not saying be out here just whatever, but I feel like if you want to do what you want to do and you're safe with it, and you ain't hurting nobody, like, get out there and, like, guys do it. So, like, if you want to date around and do you
Handle your business.
like, do what you gonna do, girl. If that's what you want to do. But I'm just saying, be careful, be safe. Make sure you ain't wrecking homes and stuff. But I mean, like, there's nothing to say like, oh, if a woman do it, she a hoe. But it's like, dudes be hoes too. Like, let's just say it. So I'm like, I feel like it shouldn't be a double standard. That's just my opinion on that. That women are only good for reproduction. Like, oh, you need to be at home cooking and having babies.
I got a couple of female friends that'll slap you for some.
Right.
Like,
I'm like, so your fingers don't work. You can't cook at all. It's like, I don't mind cooking, but I know there's certain things I don't have a strong suit in. And so I'm like, it's like, you might need to, we can get, you want to hire somebody like a maid or something. I'm not, like, I can clean, but I'm like, what you need? Like, iron, like laundry? It's just certain things that like, okay, so I'm going to tell you just to give a little background on, like, one of the relationships I was in. So, okay, like I said, I was very sheltered in the sense of my mom did a lot of stuff for us growing up. So I had to learn how to do it when I got to college. Laundry was one of them, okay? She was like, you got to separate your clothes. I mean, one time I washed my clothes, stuff came out pink. That's how I'm going to let y'all know, right? So I remember just dating this guy who was in a relationship, and, he was just doing laundry. And I'm like, God bless you, because, that wasn't my, and he used to like to fold clothes. I'm like, oh my God. I said, so you gonna fold? Okay, but like, and then things that I was strong at, I did, but that don't mean folding laundry, like, I ain't the best.
Hey.
That's why I go to the cleaners now. I'm like, look.
Real talk. I'll wash clothes, but folding them, like,
you don't wash clothes and let them crumple up.
No,
that's the thing. Listen though,
they'll sit in
I
a clean
hate that when
clothes
you
basket.
wash clothes and if you leave it for any second time and you ain't hanging it on a hanger or folding it, it's gonna get all like wrinkly.
Let me say something. This is something that sound weird, but I do it. The only thing that I would hang up is my black t-shirts. Like, other than that, I'll live out of the clean clothes basket. I have like A clean
So
clothes
you just
basket.
shaking off stuff and
I'll throw it back in the dryer real quick.
like I'm not a good ironer. Like
I can iron the house and pants though. I will,
I mean, listen. I remember back in the day, like my dad's a good ironer too. Let me tell you, he put a crease in them pants. I said, "Where you going, Daddy?"
Adam standing up.
Oh, shout out! Happy Father's Day. This is Father's Day weekend. So to all the fathers out there, all the substitute fathers, Happy Father's Day. I want to shout that out.
72 dads.
Hey, listen, you got to get in where you fit in. But yeah, I mean, ironing was never one of my strong suits. Like, I'm just like, okay, but I got you though. I take your stuff to the cleaners. If you know how to do it, you might want to do it. But otherwise, I got you. I pay for it and everything. Like, I take your stuff to the cleaners.
I guess it's the results. They'll be clean. I guess that's the.
Look, and it's gonna be iron. It's gonna be clean, and
Pressed.
I put it right in the closet for you. Like, boom. Listen, it's just some things I ain't even take the time to learn. I'm like, look. We ain't gonna be wrinkled, but Valerie ain't gonna be ironing.
Stupid.
So it's just things like that. I guess if I thought about it, this is what I would like. I would like the saying that men are not good with money. I would like for, if you are one of those men, you can comment below. If you are one of those men that's good with money, like teach other, I know finances are hard to talk about, but just saying, having your finances in order. Like I know a lot of times, like, the men give it over to the women, which I don't think is a bad thing, especially if she is one of those things. But take some kind of responsibility. Like, if you are one of those guys that's like, oh, I just give my wife the check, that's fine. But at one point, like, anything can happen. Don't you want to be a little responsible for what, like, bills get paid?
Knowing where the
things?
shit going at least.
Yeah. So,
all right.
that's what I say as far as traditional like that. But
I think one tradition is kind of going to piggyback off of the financial thing is I think a lot of dudes need to stop being so insecure when they don't make as much as more than the female that they're with. I do see that a lot. And,
that's a good one.
And it's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? If she's, this is why I look at it. If she's with you, already knowing she make more than you, then you're not already halfway won. So don't even worry about that.
Oh, that's kind of okay.
I don't. That's decent because I'll talk to an array of different. A variety, some older, some younger,
right? And
generally the older women, they've been working longer, have established careers and things like that, so they're making double what I'm making.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I can't let that affect me. I'm still gonna be me,
right?
You know what I'm saying. Well,
so I think it's. Let me just say this though. This is in finances. Period. I think. Yeah, it matters how much you make in the scheme of things, as far as like what you're able to afford and things like that with credit. However, I think it's better how you maintain what you do make and how you utilize your money, because you could be making good money and you ain't got no savings account. The only thing you got is your 401k, and that thing you done try to drain that thing dry. Like it's certain things. It's like some people don't make as much, but they know they're very good with money and they know how to get what they need to get, and they credit good in it, so they're able to get nice things. So it's like you have to have some responsibility.
I think it's also like don't let your money define you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of times.
But I think isn't that just to be honest, like guys, like I was talking to a guy one time and he was like, like finances and like, how we move and stuff, that's like kind of big on like how when we date, it determines kind of like what we're able to do in certain relationships and how y'all move. So, and we look at like, and I guess he probably was thinking on a traditional way, but probably how he was taught as well.
Exactly.
Probably how
so
he was taught. So
once again, that kind of
well.
goes back to their traditional standards affecting this new age thing. Because like I said before, women out here doing their thing. They're making, even though there is still a wage gap. Yeah, there is still a wage gap, but it's closing. It's slowly disappearing, and you do have a lot of women making more money or having bigger, better careers than some dudes. And so once again, if a dude come in, he's like, oh, she making $100,000 a year. I'm only making this amount of money. Yeah. I've heard this excuse so many times to where I'm like, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
So I can't. Can't date her?
One of the excuses was not that he couldn't date her. I don't want to be with her until I can provide for that kind of. That's what he was using.
Right.
I was like, you'll never catch up. Like she is rolling in the money. She is swimming in it right now. You'll never.
Even then, I feel like. Your ambition doesn't have to stop there with her. You don't have. First of all, you shouldn't be in competition. You might can admire what your lady is doing or your man, but you don't have to be in competition with them. You should look at it like, damn, that's motivation right there.
I think it was more so the fact that he was looking at it as Like, she had a nice house.
Right.
Nice house, nice car.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, she didn't need this man at all.
But why do we have to need you financially?
That's the tradition.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the tradition. And I was like, dude, honestly, you living in your apartment, you moving in with her. I don't know how you thought this is gonna go. Like,
Okay,
you got to work yourself to death to get a bigger house.
Just side note, could you, if you met a lady and you decide to get married to her, would you move into her house?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know some people have an issue like, oh, this is her house. We need to find out our house.
No. I do what makes sense.
Right.
At the end of the day, and I think we kind of let men and women both we put our egos before what makes sense a lot of times,
Yeah,
and that leaves us messed up. So let's say I meet a chick and she got it all laid out, and she got a bigger house or a nicer or whatever the case may be. And I'm looking at it like, okay, I got my little 2-bedroom. It was coming for me. But she's like, we together now. We should move in together. Why would I put her in a 2-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom condo and she got a 6-bedroom house? That don't make sense.
That's not what they're saying.
I would be cutting grass, taking out trash. I would be fixing the roofs.
And paying on her more.
And paying her. And you better compensate. Do what you got to do.
Listen, I don't think the issue was like, oh, she going to move in my house. It was like, well, we can't live here because it's yours. We're going to have to get a whole new thing. But like you said, does that really make sense?
I do it make sense. Now, I will say this, and I say this for anybody, not just dudes, for anybody. If you move in with somebody, at least have you $2,000 saved up. Because if you got to get about that motherfucker, you need first and last month's rent, the down payment.
Right.
Had you at least, I was talking about my little stepbrother, he's kind of going through the different kind of situation where he's moving in with his girl. I said, hey, make sure you have at least $5,000, because he lives in a different state, cost of living higher, of course.
Yeah.
I said, have $5,000 saved. Go ahead and move in with her, but be saving up $5,000 just in case.
Do that.
just in case something goes south and you gotta bounce. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that drama.
Yeah.
So have your bail money ready. Bail money and all, and have your bail money ready,
I feel you.
just in case you gotta bounce. So that's what I feel about that. But like I said, do what makes sense, man. Kind of those old traditional standards ain't popping.
It ain't for everybody.
Right.
It ain't even for the people who made the tradition. They dead and gone.
Yeah, for real, man. Some of them didn't make it. Remember that. All right, next one. Can you let go of what is strictly beneficial to you for a better or a different relationship?
Elaborate.
Well, what is something that you as a woman that you have right now that just benefits you strictly as a woman?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And same thing, I'm going to try to think one for the guys while you're talking. Or, you know what I'm saying, what is something that you have as a woman that's strictly beneficial to you? Like, I this because I am woman. I get this, right?
Oh, like perks I get.
We'll call them perks. We'll call them perks.
I don't know if I get perks. Like, I thought you were saying not being a woman, just a perk. No, don't be looking at me like that. No, I'm saying, like, I have things that do benefit just me, but I don't think it's because I'm a woman. I think it's just because who I am, but I'm trying to think. That's a good question.
Yeah. What can you let go of some womanly perks to make a better relationship?
You act like you know something I don't know.
I'm just asking the questions. These questions came to me, and I just deliver.
But what perks do you think I get though? I don't know that I get.
Like, okay, put like this. I mean, when I say perks, or not, I hate to use the word perks, but something that's strictly beneficial.
Yeah, shouldn't be.
For women is like women don't have to worry about asking anybody out, right?
Okay, but
that's just one. Like you never have to approach anybody, so you never get that like that nervous feeling of.
Oh, you saying so? Like,
just
let's
things
say
that women have.
If I wanted a better relationship, not that I'm in a different relationship, but if I wanted a better,
either or. Let's say either or. Let's say even if you in a relationship.
So you're saying? So I'm just asking. So you're saying that if like traditionally, right, a perk, well, not a perk, but something that's beneficial to me is like, okay, traditionally, I guess women don't have to ask guys out, even though I know women that do. But okay, we just for the sake of argument,
about man eaters.
Like what you doing? Okay, but okay, so let's say like
it can be either it can either be outside a relationship, or it can be while you in a relationship. Like, hey, if your partner comes, you like, hey,
Well,
baby,
I'm
this
not
ain't it.
asking nobody out from a relationship. That's what I'm saying.
I said, but either side, it can be either or. However you want to pick it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so if I was single and a part that you thought that I would get would be that I don't have to get asked out.
That's just something that came to mind. But I'm just saying, as a woman.
Okay, this is gonna be real superficial, but okay, so let's say like my tire flat, and then stranger comes up and change my fire. Would I not take his? Yes, I'm gonna take his back. This is help because I don't know how to change his tires, man.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Listen,
Let me
okay,
say something.
when it comes to cars and vehicles, even though I have cousins that work on cars, like I'm just gonna be honest. Like it's certain things that this is part of your question. I'm not sure, but there's some things I know I don't know how to do, and I ain't saying it's a man thing or a woman thing, because I'm sure there's women out there that know how to change a tire and everything. That wasn't something I could do. I call my dad, I call my brothers, and then they come do it. Or the dude I'm with, they come do it. So it's like, I ain't there. Or strangers, like gentlemen, especially in the South, gentlemen would just come up and like, ma'am, can I change your tire? And you think I'm gonna give that up? No,
you right.
help me, help you. Let me leave. Why gotta you straight here? Because I'm trying to be Debo. No.
It's funny you say that because I know me personally, and I probably shouldn't be like this. If I'm driving down the street and I see a female stranded on the side of the road, I will stop. Ma'am, you need some help. You know,
Right.
she needs some help. If it's a dude, I don't even look twice.
I don't think, because you know,
I don't even
sometimes
think-
I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay.
I don't even think twice about it. Like, I hope that, you know what I'm saying? Hope his daddy taught him something, you know? Hope his daddy taught him something, bro. You in trouble, but it's hot out
I
here,
need
too.
to help your fellow brother.
It's hot out here, too, bro. I know that.
See.
Be on the side road looking crazy. So yeah, I'm going to call somebody.
Trifling.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to like, if that's what you mean, if it comes to those kind of things, I thought you were kind of going in the fact of like,
I mean, we do
like
anything.
personality traits. Like, okay, so you know how like I was
Okay,
saying,
yeah, let's go.
like
on.
how I was telling somebody this happened, and this was okay. So I was dating somebody, and I remember him telling me like, okay, so like I'm used to having my stuff for me, you know,
Ooh,
right?
okay.
So I would cook or whatever, and then he'd be like, "Oh, you got leftovers?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't got no leftovers." He's like, "I see so many piles like this for my work tomorrow, my lunch tomorrow," and so he would be like, "Oh, so you know what I'm saying? It'd be nice if you could make enough." He said, "Instead of when you cook, it'd be like you could make like a family size instead of like a like." I guess I did, because you know when you single for so long, you just make what you need, and so I would make like single servings, and he was like, "Yeah, if you could make family sizes or something like that would be cool."
I'll be hungry too.
Yeah, and then you know what I did change how I moved as far as cooking wise and things like that. I just opened up my home to him because when we were together, he was on my house all the time, and he had a point. Like he would always bring me food. So it's like how I'm just trifling today.
Okay.
But you see, he had to tell me because I'm telling you, I was like I remember one time he's like, "Oh, you made extra." I was like, "No, that's for my lunch."
You know what time he was like, "Oh, selfish ass. I ain't bring her nothing else to eat."
That's not how you get over it. I mean, that's not how you.
I'm saying that's probably what he was thinking. Like I can see that it's kind of.
He didn't think that because he still brought me
Shit.
food.
That's because he do it. Don't mean you like this shit.
Yeah. He was just doing. He didn't even ask like, "Oh, you want
Right,
something?"
and I think, but see, that
So to
was
me, that's strictly benefit. So that's what I thought about. That strictly benefits me at in that particular time when I was in that particular relationship. It benefited me to cook, think single-mindedly. But then when you get in a relationship, you realize like, oh yeah, dang, I didn't realize that. My bad. And then I adjusted because, like I said, I was trying. When you try, you do better. You know better. They bring them. You don't get mad about it. They bring something to your attention, and you're like, you know what, you right. My bad.
And it's funny, and it's one of the things like it's funny you say that because that's really close to, or probably like really spot on to what I was thinking anyway. Was that
Could you, Cordero? Could you so like my way?
I know, and I'm fixing my, and I know a lot of times I'm kind of like pretty solid because I need a reason, why. But when you say something like he said it because sometimes I'll be hungry too sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you thought but that's.
And I think it was like the courtesy, like he knows that like every time he would come over.
And I've been in a situation where I did have to adjust my whole cook because I like to cook. So of course, like you said before, a lot of times when I cook, it was just for me. This is my. I done fried 20 wings, 10 for the day, 10 for lunch tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think about nobody else. But when I got in a relationship with somebody or whatever, I had somebody was always over or something like that. I had to adjust. Okay, I know she like this, so I need to make enough, or I need to buy enough for. So I had to actually adjust my pockets, adjust my spending or whatever to include that person into when I cook something. So that
you know what was crazy? It wasn't even like I had to adjust any spending. It was just like I literally was like, okay, this is what I know I'm gonna eat. You know, and so like I said, it definitely wasn't a hard transition.
You got section of chicken.
Look, I sure did. I'm like, I really did. Like I was very conservative about how I did things. I was like, okay,
yeah.
But you know, when you are single and you've been single majority of your life, you kind of just take on that role until somebody tells you.
It is hard to transition. Me talking from experience, I don't think it is hard to transition. But like, okay, can I? Like,
compromise, Cordero.
It is called compromise. Sharing the bathroom. You be like, yo, I'm trying to tell you something.
Better get to the mug.
You know what I'm saying? just different things. It is a compromise. So, yeah. All right, cool. We roll with that. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to go here next? Ladies and gentlemen, so if you the first three were, once again, how are old standards affecting new relationships? Mm-hmm. What are some outdated standards or concepts that need to be thrown out? Mm-hmm. Can you let go of what's strictly beneficial to you for a better or different relationship? Now, these questions are not anything particular. They are to be answered on what you think or how they affect you.
Right.
So, here we go. We're going to jump to the next section. It's called the excuses.
Woo!
The excuses. Now, is there a such thing as too busy? And I want to talk about it, and I put it as a behind it, the sacrifice of making time.
Okay. Is there such thing as too busy?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I got a lot of stuff going on in life, personally, professionally. Maybe not a lot, because I try to, I think I manage pretty well. I do?
Yeah.
Okay. But, I mean, for me, I guess I focus on what I need to do. I try to cover everything. You
got 3 jobs.
Yeah. I'm trying to add another one on that mug. But, I mean, honestly, no, I think there's never too much time to be too busy for check on my siblings, check on my extended family, my friends. Like, no, and I'm one of the people that call. And then, what's crazy? Sometimes when I can't reach my friends, it's like, I ain't heard from you. What you doing, girl? And I'm like, oh, it's been a week, 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, they just used to me being there. And so I think, no. Because here's the thing. It's how you communicate with them. We don't have to sit down and have a conversation. Some of my friends I ain't seen in a minute. But they know that I'm still here. They need something. I got them. And, it's just showing up, even if it's in a small way, but that small way can mean anything. And the fact that you're trying to, be in their life and continue to check on them. Like, yeah. So, no, I don't agree with that. Like, unless you always flying and you ain't got no reception, even then, you ain't got a layover. It's like, it's always a reason.
Email work.
Like, I'm just going to give an example. Like, my sister right now is in another country and we still make time. We on 2 different time frames. Right now it's daylight over here, it's nighttime over there, so and we still make it work. And so I feel like if you want to, you can. What about you, Cordero?
I think so too. I think if you want to, you can. And the reason I put this sacrifice of making time is because, once again, I think I kind of hit on this before. We only like to do what's comfortable and or what's convenient, right? And I guess sacrifice means you have to you have to sacrifice. You have to. What are you willing to sacrifice for? And I don't think there's, like, me personally. I'm a pretty low maintenance type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't need an hour long.
Require a lot.
Yeah, I don't need an hour long conversation.
Yeah.
If you just call and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Just check on your day. That's 5-10 minutes.
Or even doing stuff like, I think too. Here's the sweetest thing: like doing things for somebody, and you ain't even got to be there. Like if you're out and you at a conference and somebody sending you like some gifts or something. It's like, I might be out of town, but I can still send this to your door, send this to wherever you at. When you get to the hotel, you got this. It's like the thoughtfulness. Be thoughtful, and I'm telling you, go a long way.
Yeah, and the way how much technology we have today.
Exactly, you can Skype.
Yeah,
you can
You know, and you know, I've done things as far as like gotten somebody a spa day or something like that, and I didn't have to do it. It was literally trying to tell you, your boy smooth now. I'm slick with it. It was simply me picking up the phone. It took me less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone, set the appointment, get a label,
like, go here, girl.
Yeah, and it on some real smooth, slick shit. 25 minutes, dude.
Change your life.
Pick up the phone. You pick up the phone. You set the appointment.
Wait, you know what? Talk about. You know he saw like.
Who?
Remember that commercial used to come on? Pick up the phone. You ain't doing that no way.
Oh, the Everest commercial. You didn't know way. Change your life.
You ain't no number sitting on the couch. Pick up the phone. Give us a call.
Watching me. Wow. Like, get your goofy ass on. Anyway, but it was like literally 25 minutes. Pick up the phone, set the appointment, you pay, and then you want some smooth shit. Hey, I need you to be here at this time, certain time.
Watch yourself.
Bam, and leave it at that. What you got me going?
And let me tell you, the whole time she thinking about you. She's like, oh my god, he's so crazy.
I'm like, go ahead.
She calling her daddy, her mama,
and
her
then
sister, her friend.
Look, this is what you do. You mess with it. When she call back, don't pick up the phone.
Don't do me like that.
Don't pick up the phone. And then text you, enjoy your day. Like, you messed the whole.
Look, she can't even drive home. Look, she got an Uber home. She
You stupid.
She just laid out.
Okay, but we get out. Back to that.
Okay.
Such thing is too busy. No, I'm saying no. There's not such thing as too busy. In the sacrifice of making time. Sometimes, even if you tired,
you make time for what you want.
Yeah, you will make time for it. Even if you tired or something like that. This is my thing. I ain't talking about like, you know what I'm saying, just off no whim. But if you made an obligation to somebody, especially somebody you trying to date or trying to get to know, like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm tired right now. Take that 30 minutes. Just go ahead, knock it out.
What you mean?
Like I know times I've been working all day, whatever,
right.
And then somebody be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to go out tonight, yada yada yada. I might be tired, but if it's somebody I'm interested in, I'm trying to get to know, put forth that effort. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, suck it up, and get to know that person, because you know you might not have that time
again. That might be the person right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, suck it up and go meet that person.
And you know that's gonna set the precedent. If every time y'all supposed to have dates or y'all supposed to meet up and you always plan, she like, you do this every time, so I'm not gonna put no stock in you.
Because about the third time, I'm gonna tell you, don't worry about it.
Right.
You're like, can we take a rain check? Nah. Also, we can't. No, we good. Don't worry about it. You mad? No, I ain't even mad.
What you mean the third time? You mean the second time for you? You be like,
I was trying to give myself a little cushion.
You done deleted.
Cancel the plans. I ain't doing nothing else.
Blocked everything. She can't even respond back to you to apologize.
I know, right? But I say, you know, go ahead and put forth that extra effort, make that time. And I think it's once again, communication being key. Even if you go up there, I'm a little tired. You know, don't worry about it. We're gonna have a good time. Still, just let it be known. A lot of times they can tell.
You ain't even gotta say that.
I mean, you don't have to.
She asked, like, I had a long day, but you know, for you, this is how you do it. Like,
go ahead.
Not for you though.
Lay the game down on one time.
For you, I got all the time in the world. I ain't never tired when I get around you. She was like, he's not tired.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, it worked. It worked like a motherfucker.
I'm telling you, sometimes it's okay to stroke the ego just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But you tired? I'm like, you know what? I was until I saw your face.
What?
I'm gonna enhance that part.
No. Look, I just being mean. Moving on.
All right. So we're gonna continue on this Houston section here. Money and time on dates. The where, the what, and the how much versus the who, when, and the why.
Elaborate.
All right. Let me reread that. Money and time on dates. The where, what, and how much versus the who, when, and why. Now, I've talked to some females, just in general.
Some women.
Yeah, some women, not all. And the first thing came out their mouth, like, the first date shouldn't be a cheap date or something like that. And I asked them, I said, so are you going on a date to get to know this person, or are you going on a date to date this person's pockets? Which one is it? Are you there to spend time with somebody, or are you there to see how much you can get from them? Because I'm trying to figure out, what are you doing? What are you building? Because I feel like, what are you building your beginning relationship off of? If it's money, or is it off spending time? Now, I'm not saying take a female to no hole in the wall type place where she got to wear a bulletproof vest. No.
Or McDonald's. But here's the thing about that. With me, you get cool points on your creativity and the thought that you put behind it.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm not seeing, when I'm going on dates, I'm like, oh, this is how much it costs. No, like, am I having a good time? If you got me, then I'm having a good time. I'm not worried about nothing else, to be honest. I'm like, I'm having a good time. He got a good conversation. Oh, this might be on to something. I ain't never did this before, especially if it's something I never did before. And are you listening to, like, let's say we had a conversation, and you're like, well, what you want to do? I'm like, oh, no, I'm never doing this. And he asked me what I like to do. And then he chooses something that I've never done before. Oh, he's like, dress comfortable. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm like,
right, we relax.
And I'm like, oh my God, I never did this before. I promise you, I probably you get cool points for that, because, like, you paying attention, you're thoughtful. And I'm not sitting here like, oh, this is free, it's a part. I'm like, no, you know what? He listens to what I said I never done before. He did it. Now it's not. Don't get me wrong. It is very nice. On the other hand, it is very nice to get wine and dine. I do like to get dressed up, put on some heels, and like, okay, But other than that, like, I ain't really with the foo stuff. So it's kind of like, I just like the company. If the company is good, everything else don't really matter, to be honest.
And the reason I say the where,
I ain't trying to get shot though. Let me say that.
Yeah, we not trying to listen, duck when you get out the car. Now when I say that the where, where we going, like what kind of place is it? Is it upscale or that kind of the what? What are we doing? Oh, you gonna take me to do this, or you know what I'm saying, or the how much? How much that cost? If you take a female on a date, if you take a female on a date, and the first thing I heard about how much it costs.
Well, I don't think I'm paying anyway, right? So that's I ain't gonna even pay for it.
I'm gonna pop my paper on that. I'm just messing with you.
I'm just saying, because I'm on a date.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The where, what, and the how much. Now, the second part, the versus the who, the when, and the why.
Okay.
Who you going on a date with? Is somebody you enjoy spending time with.
Right.
All right. The when. Look, me personally, I'll catch a matinee movie in a heartbeat. Don't be trying to take me out Saturday night to the one that costs $24 per ticket. And we talking about who? Yeah. Why we doing that? Nah, we going to the 11:30 movie on Saturday. We gonna catch. You ain't doing shit. We gonna catch this 7:50 movie. That's what we gonna do. All right. And I might buy you a snack. Okay. Cause movie food is like $11 for 2 kernels of popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't be trying me like that. And then the why. Look, why we doing it? Hey, I'm trying to know you. I'm not.
Wait, so you took somebody on a date before they asked you why we?
No, I'm just this different things I heard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why y'all go and do that? He being cheap. No, like if I say a picnic, right?
I think this is so cute. Yeah. Look, so that means
it's free parking.
No, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, as long as it ain't raining or nothing, like the weather's nice. So you ain't gotta hold me. You done went and picked out some food. Like okay. I guess you know what? It depends on what kind of woman or man you get.
Right.
That's who's gonna appreciate it. Right. That's all this come down to.
What kind of
man or woman you pick.
My thing is, are you trying to spend time to know this person? That's why I said that first. Or are you trying to get to know what this person has and what they can do for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like that. Who are you going with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When are y'all going? Because like a lot of females feel like, well, you trying to take me during that time. It just, you hear different things.
Here's the thing, though. I think
he took me to a Tuesday when they had our special. Like, sit your goofy ass down.
When you were saying like the why, I think the why should be like for people who are looking to, I guess, be in a serious relationship. Like,
yeah, why are you here?
Like, is this person worth your time? And it's not why are we doing this? Like, that should be the real question. Like, is this person worth my time? Who can I see myself with this person? If that's the role you're trying to go to. Like, I understand people just date just to date, right? But if you're in a certain space and you're looking for something, or you know you want more, but you're not sure what it is you necessarily want, maybe you should look for people that can give you something that you never had before, and that bring things out of you and make you feel like you are the only person in the world. Then to focus on, well, do he got this and this and this? Do he gotta have this kind of car, this kind of this? Or she got this? She look like this? She got a big old whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think you want somebody that at the end of the day, if you're gonna be with them and something go down, something tragic happens, or something not good news, or you lose your job, or anything happen, they still gonna be down with you, or at least trying to pep you up in the time of that kind of thing. So that should be more of the who, when, who and why.
Yeah.
Like, is this person worth my time, because I think people sometimes get burnt out of dating, because let me tell you, it's a lot of characters out there, okay? Especially where the area we live in, it's a lot of just like
characters,
okay? And it's just like, I didn't know I was on, you know, Disney Channel. Like, it's just like it's a lot going on. Like, so it's like you have to really realize, like, is this Nick at night, or am I looking for something real?
Right. All right. And the next one under the excuses is going to be, are you a person or a commodity? And that just kind of that ties into the previous question. You know, are you going? Let's say this, right? Mm-hmm. You're on a date with somebody. Are you going for the person who makes you feel good about being out? Y'all always constantly laughing, right? Or are you going to the person who spent the most money on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you had a good time at whatever fancy restaurant you were at or whatever you were doing, but which one are you going to choose? Because, you know what I'm saying?
I'm goofy, so I always like to laugh, because I did talk to this one guy one time, and he didn't get none of my jokes. He, you know, and I'm a little sarcastic too, so he didn't get that.
Right.
And then eventually, like, he kind of caught on, and I was like, oh, this is so late. Like, I thought, hello, is anybody in there? No.
Right, well, and that's kind of what I'm saying is, are you going to go with the person who takes you to the 5-star restaurant, but y'all, he ain't laughing none of your jokes, but hey, you ate good like a motherfucker, or are you going to go with the person who took you to Outbeats, which y'all cracked up the whole time?
No, because I remember that. I'm still gonna be like, I want more of that energy, one of that good energy where we vibing. Clearly, if we ain't vibing, it really.
No, but I'm saying it happens.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying. Well, just to answer the question personally for me, no, I'm gonna go with the person that, you know, I have a connection with. I can laugh with that. Like, they don't take themselves too seriously. That, you know, even if I say something they don't like, they ain't sitting there automatically getting mad. It's like, I got a tongue out. I'm not the one to say something. I'm not. If you meet me, you know, I'm never gonna bite my tongue about some stuff. You know, so it's like, if they cool with my personality and I'm cool with them, then we probably gonna be a better match than the guy who's like, well, Valerie, I'm taking you here and another. Okay, I like to get dressed up like the next person. However, are you dry? Like, are we not gonna have a conversation? So we just eating food, and I can do that with anybody. I go to lunch. You know, listen, I do a lot of things by myself, and I enjoy my company. That's number one. So I can take my own stuff to lunch. Okay. And dinner or whatever. I'm just being honest, like I can.
And I'm telling you,
make my own self laugh.
I'm gonna see. I'm what you see is what you get type of person. So if you call me one week, like, we gonna go out, like, nah, my money looking funny this time, babe. You gotta come to the house and we can play some PlayStation or something, you know, so you can kick it with me if you want to. But I ain't going nowhere. I just pay rent too. Better stop playing with me.
Like, I made some bologna sandwiches. Real, come over
here. We can laugh, we can kick it, you know what I'm saying? Play the dogs or some shit, but, you know, we ain't going.
I'm allergic.
We ain't going nowhere.
Did you date a girl that was allergic to dogs?
Could I date a girl with allergic to dogs?
And I asked him that because he has 2 dogs and he loves those dogs.
I do. I love my dog. I think I could, but she just would have to, like, she wanted to come to the house like
instead of putting the dogs outside, you put her outside.
Like, yeah, we can't go in right now. We're gonna sit in the patio. Nah, I think this is my thing. If I dated a girl that she couldn't be around dogs like that, I would put my dogs gotta be put up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would have to vacuum a little extra. You know what I'm saying, to make sure the dog hair is not, you know, in the cracks and crevices or something like that. But I just make sure, you know, you do certain things.
Yeah. I'm going back to the first question about when we talk about parents, or traditional love. Like, when you asked me about could my parents last in relationship, it's just something that popped in my head. One of my coworkers said this to me too, and she's older, and I think it just popped in my head when I was thinking about, like, just because we're talking about relationships and, like, are you a person, are you a commodity? I think too, like, we maybe not all of us, but majority of our generation, I think, you know, and the people that I know, sometimes they'll give up on something, you know, and I think the thing that popped in my head is, like, sometimes you gotta fight for it, like, if you really want it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta work a little harder, and, you know, I'm not saying you need to be going through, like, the tunnels and all the time, but, you know, sometimes, like, I think that was the difference too, like, in that time frame when my parents met, it's like, it's for the death of our part, like, we in it, we really, really in it, and so it's like, where, you know, my dad moved out of state and came over here, and then my mom came afterwards, so it's like, like, some people like, nah, he make you mad right now, it's y'all getting a whole divorce. Like,
but that's what I mean, like, back 30, 40 years ago, you know, maybe long before then, you know, I think the marriage has changed so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at my grandparents and some of them, like how what they had to go through and the things they put up with, like you said, with your parents, you know, he had to leave the state and things like that. They went through so
They
much.
didn't have to, but for a job.
Yeah, for a job, you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
want y'all to think my dad out here on the run.
You know what
He
I'm saying?
was a hot boy now.
But you know what I'm saying? So, like, that kind of thing, that's what I'm saying. It's changed so much to where it don't mean what it used to. Back then, I think it had a lot more weight, a lot more value.
Yeah.
It's a lot more, it had a lot more to do with we are going to stick this thing out. We in it to win a type of
And
ordeal.
so I think, too, now just going back to the excuses and are you a person or a commodity, I think, too, it depends on, like, how you've been raised to receive that.
Yeah.
Like, your generation, what are they telling you?
Because I see, it seems like now, a lot of times, it seems like now love can be bought.
Yeah.
Like there's a part that
But people
love can be
having babies, like, with these people that
based
got
off-
money,
yeah,
like, okay,
based
well,
strictly off of that.
and I just, like, you
And
know,
I
that's
think
my whole
I
personal.
understand that, you know, people like to feel secure about who they're with, but when that becomes your sole purpose for being with somebody, I think that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. I think that's really fucked up because
Yeah.
like I'm gonna go with him because I see he has all of this, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Because he can lose that shit tomorrow. Down where you at?
Yeah.
Now you don't like. Now you with somebody.
Or
you don't
he
like.
can be treating you like trash,
Really?
like cheating on you, abusing you. It's a lot of things that I think a lot of people put up. I'm even gonna say women, just a lot of people put up with because of the status that they want, especially where we live. And I'm like, listen, you can't buy me. It ain't nothing that you can sit there and tell me that I'm be like, okay, that's cool. I don't care if you're gonna put me up in a mansion. I ain't never lived in no mansion, so I ain't got started now. It's just it's how you make me feel about myself and when we're together that's gonna dictate if this is gonna be something real that I got time
Some
for. You
people don't
definitely
care,
can't
man.
buy me out, and I definitely know I am a
Like
person.
he paying these bills. I don't give a care.
And you know what? I was paying these bills before I met you, so
Yeah.
struggle or not.
All right. So under excuses, we have: is there such thing as too busy? The sacrifice of making time, money and time on dates, the where, what, and the how much versus the who, when, and why. And then we had also, are you a person or a commodity? That's under excuses.
So you guys get down below and comment, and or we put this on Instagram on Snippet. Go ahead and
Let us know what you
let
think.
us know.
Let us know what you think.
Get in on the conversation.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna actually wrap this up today, and we're gonna kind of carry on another episode because I got a lot more. a lot more fire for you. A lot more fire for you. So, with that being said, Valerie, you got anything you want to add or say to the people?
I just want to thank the people that listen to us and share this podcast. That's all I got.
All right. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.